Hey, it's BT with the BT Sepang review. First of all, man, you can feel it. It's toward the end of the year. I can just feel it from the fans and from the blogs and everything. There's not as much buzz as it was at the middle of the season, but it's a long season. I understand it. So let's get right to it. I called it in the beginning. I think I called it the beginning of the year. I said Jorge Martin did what it did to be a champion. Let me tell you something, man. That whole weekend, the people who were in second place, who did what they had to do what they had to do, but they couldn't do it, they still put up a fight. Marco Basecki, man, my heart felt for that kid. He did everything but put a banana peel on the racetrack, basically. And Jorge Martin, that was brilliant. He waited till the track got dry, and then he made his move. He stayed. Remember, he was on first and third, dropped down to fourth. He dropped down to 10th at one point, and he waited till the track to get dry, and then he made his move, and then he broke. That was brilliant. That's why he's the champion, seriously. And that's why he has friends like Alicia Spargo. And I think that helps, have that mature for. And coming in second last year to Johan Mir, I think that helped too. So great job by Jorge Martin. How he does in Moto 2, we'll see. But he's going to be with a great team. He's a champion. Congrats to him. Congrats to Marco Basecki. Man, I felt for that kid. He did want to give an interview after the race because his heart was broke. You got anybody who cries after they win and lose. I mean, that's a champion right there. But props to all those guys, man. Props to Jorge Martin. Moto 2, Pecco Bag. Let me say about Pecco Bagnaia. He basically was in the witness relocation program. He really was. Because think about it. All he had to do was finish behind Oliveira. He couldn't finish more than 2 or 3 places behind Oliveira. And Marini, his teammate, won the race. Oliveira was doing his best to try to catch him, and then it was him. And the old man Pacini. Pacini's as old as I am. Matter of fact, I got a picture of Pacini, me, and Morgan Freeman. And Morgan Freeman goes, "Hey man, and now that you're a senior, you got any advice?" That's how old Pacini is. But anyway, I thought it was a good race. But he had Pacini, then he had Baldassari, who is his roommate. There was no way he was going to lose that race. No way. And let me tell you something. Pecco Bagnaia. I'm calling Pecca Butter Bagnaia because, man, he was so smooth. I want to see how he gets on it in MotoGP. MotoGP is a different beast. But his style, I'm telling you, man, I really think he should have got the factory ride. But we'll see. But great ride and it was great to see Valentino come out, give him a hug, and Luca Marini, Valentino's brother. I thought it was a feel-good GP, wasn't it? Didn't you feel good inside as a person? Didn't you feel like you gave money to a homeless guy, and then you saw him go into a church and then give that money to the church? You go, wow, what a good dude. And then you saw him come out and he found a new pair of sneakers, and then he won the lottery and he cleaned up. You go, wow, I feel good about myself, all because of my dollar. That's what that GP felt like. It really did. I mean, you felt good about everything. Valentino came out, he gave Basecki a hug. Then he came out and gave his half brother a hug. Then he gave a Pecco Bagnaia a hug. And then I thought it was just a feel-good GP. And also, he had to give Oliveira credit. Oliveira did what he had to do. He couldn't catch him. Damn, Luca Marini, next year, watch for him. Alex Marquez, he had a bad start, and after that, it just went from bad to, it kind of worse. But it didn't go worse, but it goes bad to kind of worse. He didn't crash out. He finished the race. I think he's really hurting. I really do. I think he's hurting, and he's not letting on. But I don't know if it's ever going to come for Alex. I love the kid. I really do. He took some bad falls, and he didn't win one race this year. I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was a good I thought it was a good Moto 2. Congrats to the champion, Pecco Bagnaia. Pecca Butter Bagnaia. Call him Butter because he's smooth and he's on a roll. And let's get to MotoGP. I thought it was great drama. I thought that it was kind of funny that Marquez gets penalized. And if you saw the post quality press conference, Marquez kind of threw a little attitude. He threw a little stank on it. Remember he said, "You got in the end on his way. You think you'll be penalized?" He goes, "I don't care. I made pole, and that's all that matters." And he kind of, I thought it was kind of like, what? Did you see him kind of go, "I don't care, I made pole, that's all that matters"? Remember when you watched The Predator, and when I always call him the black dude from Rocky, Apollo. I said when Apollo double crossed Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he goes, "What happened, Dylan? What happened? You used to have more than this. What happened, Dylan?" And he goes, "I got smart Dutch. Maybe you should too." That's what Marquez kind of did. Kind of like, yeah, I may got in his way, but hey, sorry, still got pole. By the way, his 70th pole. Marquez, I mean, like I said, I run out of superlatives to say about this guy. The guy's incredible. Anyway, let's get on with the race. He got penalized, which I thought, like he said, it energized him more, gave more motivation. And like that's all he needs is more motivation to be better. The best only want to get bestest. Yeah, the best only want to get best of her, and that's what he did. He gave him more motivation. I thought it was a great race. How great was it to see Valentino Rossi in the beginning? I said he's going to fade, and then he stretched out to 1.2, and I was like, what? And then he stretched out a little bit more, and I thought maybe Rossi can do it. And then Marquez kind of started a 10th here, a 10th there. I said, here we go. And if anybody he wants to beat is Valentino, so it was a 10th here, a 10th there, and then. Unbeknownst to anybody, even Rossi said he don't know what happened, but he lost the front. And I don't know if he felt that heat from Marquez. I don't know if he felt that heat or just something happened, but man, it hurt. I don't know about you guys, but it hurt my heart to watch that when Valentino slid out. I was like, no. I mean, it just hurts. It's like watching, like I said, it's like watching your dad get beat up. It is. By like your stepdad. And you like both of them. You're like, oh man, damn, it's hard to watch. And that's how it was. But I love Rossi. I think everybody loves Rossi. But what about him? You might see him when he pushed off the track marshals came and tried to get a selfie. And Rossi said, off me. And then he goes, hey fans, hey fans, how you doing? I thought that was kind of, I don't know, man. That was kind of a little shady. You think though? I mean, he shoved the dude. Remember, he get off me like that and then wave to the fans. Wave to the fans. Didn't score any points. I don't know. I didn't really like that part of Rossi. But then again, he's pissy. He didn't get any points. But still, man, that's the track marshals. They still worship you, man. Come on, be cool to them. Anyway, I thought it was a good GP. I thought the battle basically was for second and third. How about Alex Rins? Alex Rins for next year. Watch out for next year. Next year, Alex Rins is going to be with the Suzuki. Even Marquez said Suzuki is the bike on the grid now. It's very nimble doing the curves, doing the turns, coming out of the corners. The bike's real nimble. They love it. And Marquez gave it praise. So watch out for Alex Rins. And Alex Rins stepped his game up in qualifying, which is what Maverick Vinales is not doing. If Maverick Vinales would have qualified, but then it was part of the weather, and nobody told him that the track was wet, and he went tumbling like Humpty Dumpty, fell off the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and that's what happened to him. But if Maverick Vinales, if he would have qualified better, I think Maverick would have won that race or definitely been in the running. But a great job by Rossi. I hate that he messed up. A great job by Zarco. I don't know what the Emmys did, but the Emmys found something. I think it's great. They found something good for those guys. What's another point I wanted to say about the GP race? I thought, like I said, Alex Rins for next year. Watch out for Alex Rins. His downfall was qualifying. His Friday. He started off Friday. He led the session. Somebody got in his ear, and Friday he stepped his game up. Like any true player, what you got to do, you got to step your game up. And that's what that player did. Alex Rins for next year. Great job. And I feel bad for Iannone. Iannone's crazy. If you saw the press conference and what Iannone said, he keeps it the must-have for his road trips, sunglasses, a hat, and condoms was one of them. And Marquez literally went like that. I thought that was great, man. I mean, honestly, Marquez gives the politically correct answers. He answers great. He looks at you. He smiles. Got the laugh. That's great. But Iannone is like that uncle who like slides you a beer underneath the table and goes, you know, he's the guy that everybody loves to hang out because he gives you the answer, like the real answer, and it's not censored. That's why you like Iannone. You got to kind of like, he's like the Charles Barkley of racing, but he's in better shape, and he's Italian. Anyway, I thought it was a decent GP. Like, it was a feel-good GP. It was great to see Zarco back. It was great to see Rins get a podium. I mean, I thought it was such a good GP. I mean, as far as feel-good. And how about Happy Siren? Oh, my God. Let me tell you something. If you don't feel for Happy Siren, seriously, just go jump your monkey ass in a hole. Because that dude, he's like the nicest guy on the grid. I mean, honestly, it's like watching the nicest guy in town like have something good happen to him, and that's what Happy Siren. Good for that guy. Anyway, let's get to it. The angles I'm trying to come for this review. Just the champion showed up, man. The champion showed up on this GP. They did what they had to do. They closed out. Marquez closed out in Motegi, which was great, and the rest of the champions had a chance to close it out, and they did. Props to Jorge Martin. It's hard to close out, and he did it. So props to him. Props to Bezzecchi. Props to Bagnaia. Butter Bagnaia is going to be the man to watch. And also props to, you got to give to Rossi. You got to give Rossi ran a great race. And his times, he was 2:01, like 04, 05, 08. And even Jorge Lorenzo tweeted, I've never seen Rossi this good before. Jorge Lorenzo tweeted that. He tweeted that. So that, you can say what you want about Lorenzo. Love the dude, man. He has no hate in his heart. I think it's great. But he did throw shade at Dovey. He goes, I think Dovey's a great gentleman. He's a great champion in 125s. Oh, that was beautiful. He's a great champion. in 125s. I thought that was great. And Dovey actually, I think, started it by saying, you know, a lot of people think they can race or ride a Ducati, then they come over here and it's a whole different ball game. And that's when Jorge came back with that shade. He threw shade like a redwood tree. Seriously, that was beautiful. Anyway, let's get to Rider of the Race. Rider of the Race, Moto 3, got to give to Jorge Martin. He had the pressure, he delivered. Rider of the Race, Moto 2, Pekka Butter Bagnaia. Rider of the Race in Moto GP, Happy Siren. Happy Siren started the race out in 23rd place and ended 10th. Started 23rd, ended 10th. And he just gave props to his crew. He was crying, and he talked about his dad. His wife was there. Man, like I said, that felt good. I mean, if you don't like him, you ain't got a heart. You're the 10 man from Wizard of Oz. You ain't got a heart. Anyway, I thought it was a great race. Like I said, feel good race. The last race of the year, Valencia, man, I kind of want to see Pedrosa. I want to see Pedrosa get a podium. I like to see him win the race. He needs to go out like a champion. He is a champion, but he needs to go out. I mean, it was great to see him kind of competitive, but I want to see him win a race. Valencia is going to be great. All bets are off in Valencia, man. They're going to race their asses off. The last time with the team. Watch for Iannone. Watch for Pedrosa. It's just going to be a ballroom brawl, and it's going to be great. You know, it's going to be like, say you're getting divorced and you're already in. You already got the house, so you're going to already get your last bit of stuff, and you're going to tell her how you really feel. That's going to be like in Valencia. Anyway, thanks for watching the race. And I think it's about it, man. I don't really have anything to say. If you guys want to ask me a question, go ahead. But like I said, good feel good race of the year, and I kind of like the Asian rounds for the flyaways. I get to watch the races early. I mean, I actually went to bed like at 2. How great was that? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. And tell me who you think the rider of the race was for MotoGP. I got Happy Siren. Tell me what you think. Until then, it's BT saying thank you for watching. Until then.